My name's Chris Hanley. I'm one of the directors of the business here. I've been involved in the business with a number of partners for about 25 years. There's been a first national office in Byron Bay for the better part of 30 years now. There's a lot of us been together here for a very long time. Our market share's been significant through all of that period. I think that's the thing we're probably proudest of. Through GFCs and up markets and down markets and flat markets and headwind and tailwind and no wind, we've managed to sustain a good business, a profitable business, one with deep roots in the community. We've got just over 30 staff now, 31 or 32 staff. We've just had our biggest ever year in business, in spite of the fact Australia-wide a lot of the markets seriously heading into a headwind. Our market's certainly slowed down, but calendar year just finished was our biggest ever year in business.
Marketing has changed a lot. When I first started about 11 years ago, even back then, newspaper ads were all done, manually. I remember dropping off a sheet of cardboard to the papers with a disc of photo. Actually, I don't think it was a CD. I think it might have been a floppy disk even.
20 years ago, we understood the space because there wasn't much, it wasn't very complicated. You took a photo, you wrote some words, you put it in a paper, the phone did or did not ring, and it was pretty straightforward. It doesn't work like that now.
It's changed a lot. It's got more social, it's got more interactive, it's not as straight-laced. I think everyone's had to loosen up and get more personality.
And the second part that's even more interesting is there's all these channels that didn't exist. And most people who work in real estate, in spite of what you see at conferences, they don't really understand what they're doing. They might go out and interpret what an expert knows to their seller and get money from that seller and come back and say they're going to do marketing. But generally, most real estate salespeople don't, in my view, study it to the depth that the experts do. So my biggest feeling today is that we're wandering around in the dark without anywhere near the certainty that we had years ago. And number two, we're learning as we go along by tweaking all of these things. And our recent website development is a pretty good example of that.
We wanted to build a new website for several reasons. Our old website was really slow and we were always getting complaints about the page loading time. We've always been good at content marketing and we just didn't have the vehicle to really show it off to its full potential. We do a weekly e-newsletter, it goes to 15,000 subscribers, so we wanted the customers to have a really enjoyable experience when they went through to our website.
We partnered with Steps in this instance because we interviewed others and it's simpatico. When you talk to people and you're building anything, whether it's a brand or a website or all sorts of partnerships that you have in business today, the people that you deal with have to get you, not pretend to get you.
Steps has brought so much to the table. Things like being able to integrate so smoothly with our CRM, that's been huge for me. Our network is a really intricate system inside our office, so Steps being able to launch our new website so smoothly, because in the past that hasn't happened. It's normally a pretty messy process.
The main thing you always want, every day, headwind, tailwind, no wind, you want listing leads. You want good people who want to sell their property and you want to be able to help them do that for the maximum price. We've had very good quality listing leads since we built the new website.